Keeping money in the bank is a little scary.
Yeah, it's a wild ride. That's why I'm like a good balance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. You know what I mean? I got like a Charizard card worth $500,000.
A what?
Pokemon card. Yeah.
Charizard.
Yeah, I bought this Charizard for 181,000, and everybody on the internet was like, "He's a fucking idiot. Logic's an idiot." And then like a year later, it was worth $500,000.
And that's hidden somewhere?
No, I keep it on a chain and I just wear it all the time.
For real?
Fuck no. That shit is in a safety deposit box with like 6 armed guards.
You know what I love about your generation?
What?
You're type. You're an insane lyricist. Your bars are fucking just machine guns, and yet you're an anime cartoon nerd. Is that safe to say?
Hell yeah.
You're like, but you're like a technician, and people. Here's what I love. It's like, how can I say this? Because whatever you want to say about Yeezy, he's still one of the greatest ever.
He's a fucking genius.
Beyond.
I don't agree with some of the shit he be talking about, but you can't take that away from him.
Yes, and I got to work with him. I did the Cleveland show, and we were on the same app.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we rapped, and he just for this cartoon, bro.
Yeah.
He would wait and get in the pocket again and again and again and again until he got it. And he was, what I love, I'm like, he's one of the last rappers I can actually hear every fucking word.
Wow.
Which is how you are, which is how M is. It's like, I want to hear what is being said. I was raised on old school. I was raised on EPMD. I'm raised on Houdini. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Tribe and
Yes.
Black Thought and The Roots and fucking Mos Def and
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
And Woo. I mean, like, so,
Oh, yeah.
so it's like but he knew so much about anime, so much about cartoons, so much about video games. So like, it's fascinating because hip hop used to be, yo, son, yo, what's up, man? You want to feel this toast? I got the heat. Let me get that toast, son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was all gangster,
Yeah,
all
for sure.
street, all this is my bitch. Yo, here's my rock.
See, but I came from that. So my brothers,
You did.
yeah, my brothers were in the streets doing some wild shit, busting guns, selling crack, sold crack to our dad. You know what I mean? My story: black father, white mother, experienced poverty, murders in the household, the craziest shit. My brothers and sisters, you know, being sexually abused, raped. My mother was a prostitute. Like the wildest shit. She would get sent away to insane asylums. We'd have to fend for ourselves. I'm the only child between my mother and my father, and yet I'm one of 9 siblings from each side. I'm the only child that actually looks white, like is 100% white passing. Like everybody else looks clearly like, you know, they're mixed.
I hate to interrupt you. Is that a term, white passing?
Yeah, it's a term for people like me who could pass for white. I mean, well, it's not
Dude.
even a pass. Like,
Bro,
I'm in the end zone.
I
Like,
thought,
you know what I'm saying?
You're not on the 5.
Yeah, no.
You're doing the touchdown dance.
Yeah.
Bro, I actually thought you were Jewish.
Oh, nice.
You're like my boy Stu. I thought you were Jewish, or I thought you were Italian because you love Sinatra, you love Tarantino.
Yeah, but that's still white.
It is, but it's a different shade of white. Like, you know, Jews consider themselves their
No,
own
for
thing.
sure. No,
Italians
yeah.
consider themselves their own things. Like, you're not like a Dockers khaki wearing guy that goes to Tommy Bahama. So I didn't even know you were black at all.
Yeah, most people don't, and they wonder why I talk about it so much because I'm proud. You know what I mean?
You're half black.
I mean, but this is how it comes up. Like the funny thing is I know that some people on the internet's like, oh my God, here he goes again. And number one, I'm like, I could give a shit if you're upset that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've never
my
heard this.
But that's what I mean. It's like everywhere I go, I'll sit down with, you know, a really cool person like yourself, and they're like, tell me your story. So then I do.
Yeah.
But back to what you were initially saying, I 1000% have the exact underdog come up of any rapper, from the hood, from the this, all this other stuff. But I never wanted to perpetuate negativity. I never wanted to, you know, yes, I've rapped up, I've cooked crack, I've shot guns, I've stolen shit, I've done like the wildest stuff. But I've never like put that in my music in a way that was like, yeah, son, you want to hold this toast? Like you were saying, like I never did that. And I also felt that there wasn't a certain representation. Like when I look at anime and I look at Star Wars and I look at all this other shit, like I like that. And I got made fun of for it my whole career. And I used to really care. Like I used to really, really, really care. And then now, I don't know. I think having a child really makes you not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because like even doing like all these podcasts that I've been doing, depending on whose podcast I'm doing, you'll get a different me. And that's just, there's many facets to me. So it's like if I'm doing Theo, I might be extra wild and crazy and da-da-da, because it's like, once again, it's Kaufman. It's like I'm playing to my audience, you know, but then I can sit here with you and it's a little more chill. It's a little more fun. It's like not fun. I wouldn't say it's more fun. You know what I mean? There's no slight to Theo. That was a blast. But what I'm saying is a little more just like, just feels like I'm talking to a homie.
Yeah.
You know, not to say that Theo isn't a homie.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's like, there's that. And then I could go do Ryan Sickler, and then I could do a Rogan or da-da-da. And it's kind of like, depending on who you're sitting down with, not that I will act differently, because I'm me. I don't give a shit. I'll go wherever, babe, okay? And be myself and just be funny and wild and whatever. But that's what I mean. Like, even that shit, man. Like, you got to be you, dog. And I'm a funny guy. Like, it is what it is. It's like.
You are funny.
Thanks, man.
You love comedy.
I love it.
And I want to get to that, but I want to get back a little bit in your roots, because I had no. Do you find that, see, someone like you, right? So it's like my friend Stu, he's like you. He grew up in Toronto. It's a harder part. He got pistol whipped.
Oh, shit.
But he's a big hip hop head. And what I'm saying is you have such authenticity, but yet you don't front. And what's wild, because that's what there's a whole front movement in hip hop, and yet you're like, I always tell people that like grew up in the hood, you don't talk anything like like there's people out here fronting like, yo, what's up? You know, that's what B-Rad was kind of based on. Although I love B-Rad, B-Rad was based on, I don't want to see ass and baby gap no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like you grew up in it, and you're like, hi, how are you? Good to see you. But then you'll spit 32 bars.
I'll code switch too. It just depends.
Yes.
You get a little liquor in me and you put me around my people, and I'm like, hey, what up? What's good, yo?
Yeah.
Because like also,
but people don't realize that's you.
It is me.
That is you.
That's what's wild.
That's
like
you're not this little accountant. Because you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get it. But I think I like that. There's never. Do you understand? There has never been anybody in the history of hip hop like me, a black, white guy, who raps good and is polarizing,
amazing,
sells millions of records and da-da-da and all this other stuff. It's wow. People love me. People hate me. And I've just, you know, excuse me. Once I had my son, I really realized that shit doesn't matter, bro. Like, people like you, people hate you. You gotta.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Especially when I'm out here representing peace, love, and positivity, and that's it. So if somebody doesn't like my music, or they don't like my personality or whatever, it's just like, fuck you. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know? And I think it'd be different if I was an asshole, if I was promoting like negativity and, you know what I mean? And just like spewing shit, trying to get clicks and likes. That's just not who I am. I talk about the shit I like, and, you know, sometimes it might do well and sometimes it might not, as far as views or sales or this or that, but that doesn't matter to me. I don't move based on sales and views anymore.